Good morning, October 23rd, just before 10:30. Quick note here just to show that in drawing the ranges, how our geometric approximation of them comes quite close to the formal ones available from commercial sites. Just to give you an example, here we're looking at the S&P this morning, and if I put it up on a full screen and then even zoom in on just the price panel, we can see here that its price is extended down, and our practice of putting the edge at either on the close of the period or at the extension of the wick, take your pick. For now, why don't I just put it in the middle of between the two? I should stress the fact, I normally put it bang on the close of the candle itself, and I ignore the wicks completely. But for now, I'll kind of pick the average just to see. And by the way, I have not looked at for example, Hedgeye's risk ranges this morning yet. So I'm doing this blind, and then we'll compare them afterwards to see how close they come. I don't have a new lower high here. I only have this new lower low, and so I'll leave that for now and put it back in its full monitor, and then put it back in the main monitor. Let's go do the same thing with the NASDAQ. Similar thing. It's extended down, so we'll move it. Let's move it to partway down the wick. And we don't have a lower. Well, I suppose we could move this a teeny bit here. And we'll do the same thing with that. Put it back in its proper frame. And then let's go do the same thing with the Russell. And it's the same thing. Of course, they've all moved pretty much the same way today. And so we'll leave that like that, put it back in its proper frame, and then back in the overall monitor. So let's leave those there as they are now. We can see what they are. And let's go have a look at the formal ones from Hedgeye this morning and see just how far off we are. And so here we have the work that we just did with the current Hedgeye risk ranges for this morning below. And as you can see, we had set ours at 41.98. They had theirs at 41.79, which, considering that we put ours halfway between the bottom of the candle and the bottom of the lowest point on the wick. And as I say, I normally am religious and fanatic about putting mine at the bottom of the closed candle. I did that this morning, putting it partway down the wick just to kind of give an approximation. But looking at these numbers, I wouldn't be surprised if their number is actually bang on the bottom of the wick. Similarly with the NASDAQ, theirs is what, 12,891, and ours is 12,901. So probably the same thing, eh? Had we put ours at the bottom of the wick, we probably would have been bang on. And as for the Russell, we have it at 1668, and they're at 1659. So again, had we put it down right at the bottom of the wick, we probably would have been very close. Anyway, I just wanted to offer that. By the way, I can do this with virtually any ticker. All the ETFs and the indices and any of the sectors. And it's absolutely astonishing how our silly little geometric approximation comes so close. And the only other comment I'll make for now is that I'm more fastidious about updating the edge that is currently closest to the price, or the other way around. As the price is coming down and cuddling up to an edge, I want that edge. I'll update it several times during the day if I have to make sure. And I don't worry too much about updating the other edge, except first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I don't worry about it too much intraday, given that it doesn't really have much of an effect on decisions during the course of the day. So that's it for now. A little addendum to how we handle our edges.